Hello everyone, so welcome to another episode of our Python tutorial series. In this video I'm going to talk about the Ursina engine, a 3D Python game engine tutorial. And this is going to be tutorial number 3, movement, rotation, and more colors. So in this tutorial we're basically going to move our cube, and this way you can move your objects, you can rotate your objects, and you can change your objects' colors. So we want to first import everything from Ursina. So we can just write from Ursina import star, and then app is equal to Ursina and app.run. So this is just the basic structure of a Ursina game, and it will open a window and start the game. Once you have this window open with this red X on the top right corner, that's how you know that you have properly installed Ursina, that it will work. So let's add in a cube. We want to modify this cube. So cube is equal to entity. The model is going to be equal to a cube. So model is equal to cube. And we can set the color to color.red. So if I run this should create a red cube, which it does. So now let's add some movement to our cube. And to do that, we'll need to create an update function. So let's create an update function at the top. So let me make some space here. And just write define update. And let's just write cube.x is equal to the previous cube.x plus time.dt. And so in Ursina, the update function is what is called a global function. And this will automatically get called by the engine every single frame. And cube.x is just the x coordinate of the cube. And time.dt is a global variable. And this is the time elapsed since the last frame. And with this simple line of code, the cube will move to the right. So let me run this. Oops, close this. And let me run this. Now the cube is moving to the right. And that's great. And now you notice I was a little slow. So if you wanted to, let's say, move it faster, you can multiply this time.dt by 2. Now it moves faster. You can multiply it by 5, and this will move it even faster. You can multiply it by 0.5, and this will half the speed. And so you can try that out yourself. So if you wanted to move left instead of right, instead of plus, you can write minus, and this should move it to the left, which it does. And you could still multiply by 2, or any other number to change the speed. There you go. And you can also, instead of just moving it in the x direction, you could change it to the y direction. So cube.y is equal to the previous cube.y plus time.dt. So plus should be up. When you're adding, this would go up. Otherwise, if you're subtracting, minus, the cube will go down. And which it does. Again, you can multiply by the speed, multiply time.dt. And just like the x and y, you could change the z. So if you do plus, let's save and run this, the cube will move forward. Oh yeah, the cube will move forward, minus, the cube will move backwards, so towards you. The cube is getting bigger because it is moving towards you. Alright, great. And now you can also do 2 of them at the same time. So cube.x is equal to the previous cube.x plus time.dt. And so this will move the cube to the right. Cube.y is equal to the previous cube.y plus time.dt. And this will move the cube up. So if I run both of these at the same time, it will move to the right and up. So it should move to the upper or the top right. And it does. So it started here, and it's moving to the top right. You can add in, and with this, the x and y, we're moving in the 2D domain. And we can add in the z direction. So cube.z is equal to the previous cube.z plus time.dt. And here I'll multiply it by 5 to see it more clearly moving in the z direction. So let me save and run this. And when we add this third dimension, this third axis, we can now see that the cube is moving in 3 dimensions. And so the cube is moving away from us and to the upper right. And so now let's see rotations. So we've seen movement, let's change this to rotation. So we can write cube dot rotation underscore and then the axis you want. So I want to rotate around the x-axis first. And this is going to be equal to the previous cube dot rotation underscore x plus time dot dt. Now if I save this and run, the cube is rotating along the x-axis. Of course, it's very difficult to tell, but it is. And we can multiply it by 10. This will move a little faster. And we can even multiply by 100 to make it look even faster. And now it's a little more clear that it's rotating around the x-axis. Now we could change this to the y-axis. So cube y is equal to cube y. I'll run this. And now you see it's rotating around the y-axis. And I'll add z. I'll check for the z-axis. And it's rotating around the z-axis. So here it's very, very clear. Now, just like movement, we can rotate around 2 axes at once. So let's write cube dot rotation x is equal to the previous cube dot rotation x plus time dot dt times 100. Cube dot rotation y is equal to previous cube dot rotation y plus time dot dt times 100. And this will rotate around the x and y axis at the same time. And we have a pretty cool animation right here. And we can add in the z-axis. So cube dot rotation z is equal to the previous cube dot rotation z plus time dot dt times 100. And we see that's rotating around 3 axes. Alright, that's great. And if we wanted to add rotation and movement at the same time, well, we could just write cube dot x is equal to the previous cube dot x, or whatever axis you want to move against or move along. It's going to be cube dot x equals cube dot x plus time dot dt. And let's say I wanted to rotate it around the z-axis. So cube dot rotation z is equal to cube dot rotation z plus time dot dt multiplied by 100. So here we're just mixing the movement and rotation. And so the cube is moving to the right and it's rotating at the same time. So now we could see, so now that we've checked rotation and movement, let's change the colors. So let me remove this. So let's see how we can use the update function to change the cube's colors. So let's import another module, and this is going to be random. So from random, import randint. And how we're going to be using this random module is that we're just going to be generating a random color. So on the red scale, let's have red is equal to randint 0 to 255. Green scale is equal to randint 0 to 255. Blue is equal to randint 0 to 255. And let's set cube dot color is equal to cube dot, or is equal to color dot RGB, red, green, blue. So here we use random values to generate the RGB color. And now if I run this, we should see a cube flashing with different colors. And there you go. You see a cube flashing with different colors. Now what we could do, now that we have this, we can add in our rotations and our movement. But I'm just going to add in rotations. So cube dot rotation x is equal to the previous cube.rotation x plus time.dt multiplied by 100. Cube.rotation y is equal to the previous cube.rotation y plus time.dt multiplied by 100. And when I run this, we should see that the cube rotates and changes colors at the same time. Alright, then now this is a very, very nice illusion or animation. And now I can add movement. So let me add movement right here. So cube.y, and I want to move it along the y-axis, is equal to the previous cube.y plus time.dt. And when I run this, it should be moving up since it is plus, which it does. Alright, so this is the end of this video. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.